going on, guys? So part 2 of the wagon build, trying to get it back together, get ready for the North Carolina trip. So I got a few things taken care of yesterday, a few things to knock off the whiteboard. So last episode I worked on the suspension, pretty much done. I'm going to go ahead and torque everything down. Alignment I'm going to try to knock out Thursday. Today I'm going to try to work on thermostat, fixing the fender flares, and painting the rockers. Hopefully I can get all that stuff done, just knocked out tonight, or at least started tonight. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get to work on that. Thermostat first. But yeah, a short update. The office is starting to come together, kind of getting a little bit better. And I'm going to refer to this kind of as the studio, because I'm going to eventually have a studio, like I said, set up over here to where I can do some filming and do, like, you know, chats. So the laptop I got was just cheap Acer, but I went ahead and swapped out the HDD for an SDD. Night and day difference. Boot went from like 20 seconds, 25 seconds to like maybe a second, 2 seconds, and it boots up. That'd be good for the road trip. That way I can do editing a little bit quicker. I can get some photos out. I won't be able to do any video editing yet because the laptop's not quite powerful enough, but it'll get me to where I need to go. And that way, also taking out an HDD, I don't have to worry about shock load quite as much. I was really terrified that I was gonna, you know, drop my laptop or have something happen to my hard drive and erase it, because HDDs, if you don't know much about hard drives, one good hit and it erases everything. And if I'm using that as a photo dump when I'm on travels, that could be really bad. So I feel better about it. I think it's going to be a good setup. But yeah, the studio is coming together. I got my laundry list for the channel here, all the car stuff, mailing stuff, stickers, merch ideas. So getting there on that. So let's head out of the garage. Alrighty, so decided to work on this tonight because it's really nice. It rained today while I was at work, and it's probably 75, 70 in here. It feels really good in the garage. It's not humid at all. I got the fans going to kind of help knock out the humidity a little bit. Anyway, I'm going to start digging into the wagon, get the thermostat changed out first. I'm going to go ahead and unhook the radiator hose from the back, kind of let it drip out a little bit. I'm going to try to capture as much as I can so I don't have to flush the radiator. The wagon's been giving some signs that the throttle body is stuck wide open, so I'm going to go ahead and swap that out. So I went ahead and disconnected the radiator hose for the backside. I put it down and just cut up a water bottle just to hold the fluid so it didn't leak everywhere. And of course you're still going to get some leakage. I dabbed out the middle. I just broke the two 10mm bolts, and I got this ground bolt undone. So I'm going to go ahead and back that off and extract the thermostat. The only tip I have right now is make sure this battery terminal's nice and covered up, because that's a really nice arc you get when you cross that to the thermostat. So I want to check my fuses after this and make sure I didn't blow anything, but I checked just the main ones there and there wasn't anything wrong, so knock on battery. I didn't blow anything up or blow a fuse. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and remove the bolts and get the thermostat pulled out of there, and we'll have a look at it. Well, the skid plate makes that considerably more messy than it should be, but oh well. I should have took the skid plate off anyway for this. And as to be expected, you can see it's stuck wide open. Well, not wide open, but you can still get coolant through there. That's the one I just pulled out of there. So that was the culprit for why I was running in closed loop constantly. And that's the new one. You see, nice and closed. No delay. So I'm going to swap that sucker out, get that in there, and put everything back together and clean up this monstrous mess I made. Well, I got to messing around, and it kind of put my AC back together. I have found all the parts finally, and I just started piecing it all together, and I actually got it all bolted back up. All the compressor lines are all hooked back up to the compressor. All the body lines ran back to the body. I got new O-rings and everything. And I think I'm going to try to see if I can't find a belt for it, charge it up, and see if it works. I've got the fan hooked up, all the fan switches. Got the AC condenser hooked back up. I think I can get it running actually with AC. Kind of a thing I didn't really need to have going, but kind of ended up making happen. So if I can get it to work, hell yeah. If not, no big deal. I just stayed up a little later just hoping I could get it done. But yeah guys, I'm going to pick this video up tomorrow after work. because it's already getting late. I've got one more day of work, and then it's vacation time and get ready to blitz my way on to North Carolina. So I will see you guys in the next one. Well, to keep a long story short, I kind of ran out of time for doing video. I got the AC as close as I could, but it just needs to be flushed and get all the contamination out of there, and it's compressor's working, fan's working, it's blowing, but it's just not cold yet. So I know I gotta flush all the system, and I ran out of time to do all that. Suspension, did a shakedown run last night. Forgot to I was gonna leave the upper control arms at their adjustment they came in, and well, they weren't tight, so I kind of went immediately to full negative camber, which was exciting, and then it kind of went dynamic camber as I went around corners. So I took it easy on the way home and tightened everything down. So we'll run and try to go to Little Rock for the first leg of the journey, and then try to get this thing aligned before I hit the road to Lynchburg and then on to North Carolina. So the first step of the journey, the first mile of 3,886 miles in the next week and a half. It's gonna be a long journey, but I'm excited for it because this is what I've dreamt of. I've dreamt about taking my wagon across country, and it's finally here. The wagon's prepped up, running great, everything seems to be good, all systems go, wheels up. Alright guys, here we go. Gas station stop number 1 of many. Still here in Camden, so made it this far. Consider that a victory. I'm trying to think of a good way to make this cinematic. So I'm thinking. Can you see the mileage there? 94192. Okay. On to the road. First stop, Little Rock. See how that goes. Alrighty, wheels up for the next leg. So, just went to Chris's shop there at Sherwood Tire Pros, and they did a killer job. Got the wagon all straightened out. I haven't had this thing aligned ever, so it already feels great, and I've only driven maybe a mile, so. We'll see how it goes in the interstate. I think it's going to be a lot better though, guys. And I met some new guys, gave a couple stickers out, got a new subscriber out of it, so what's up dude, nice to meet you. This is already getting awesome. Like, I'm excited. This has turned out to be a lot of fun. Wagon's doing great. It got a little hot because I was behind an 18-wheeler for a little bit, and I kind of lost some of my airflow. As soon as I got out from around behind him, it was good to go because it's 100 degrees right now, so we'll see how the rest of the trip goes. So wheels up. Auto belts engaged, and on to the next one, guys.
That's fun.
Oh, made it up to Dudistan, Tennessee. Lynchburg, Tennessee. Made it in last night about 10 o'clock or so. So he's getting the wagon all packed up. We're gonna hit the road, head on to North Carolina. Yeah, it's beautiful up here, by the way. Just awesome area. Just it's hard to explain through camera because it's really just really nice. Anyway, we're fixing to pack up, hit the road. So onward.